To you out there, and you still there for Christ Radio and Television, where your matter now we own. Welcome to another beautiful edition of Inside Naija, the program we're going to tell you most of the big things that will happen inside the news and some of the top stories them inside Nigeria right now. But we'll also they bring to you what's different inside the front pages of newspapers, selected papers, so that you go know what's in they play. Now for inside the matter, then we dey ground today, Oga Presido Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't sign the Electoral Amendment Bill 2026 into law, and that's one another they cause different reactions. We'll also take you to Plateau State, where we say a mining site. Some people say that now suspected dangerous gas now in leak from there, kill some people, put some others for inside hospital. And FCT elections, where they come up on Saturday, go also feature for the program, and a little update on El-Rufai situation. All of that and more go come up as the show they go on. But before all of that, I'll make you tell you, say, my name na Princess Anyana. No go anywhere, because the front pages of newspapers, they come up next. Welcome back. Sharply this morning, the Punch newspaper, now in day for my front, and inside the Punch, ICPC, they question El-Rufai after his release from EFCC. On FCT elections, 3,345 BVAS machine. Now they don't move for the election, and they don't also say there will be no movement from one time to one time inside Abuja. You will need today on the show to get more details of that. The foreign exchange for business travels don't increase by 366% to $672 million. Federal government don't lock up Plateau mine after gas leak killed 37 people. The big yarn inside the Punch, now the Electoral Act 2026. Tinubu, they defend why in sign them to law. Opposition, they para, no be small. PDP, LP, they raise red flags. Tinubu, he just do a score for people they do no go agree. As APC, they insist, say the election go pure, it go true, it go day free and fair. Widow and the late Nigeria boxer family, they gbasgbos themselves over the late boxer estate. Two people, now they don't key inside the bloody gbasgbos Congress where Ondo APC been do. Ramadan, Lenten, Tinubu, Atiku, governors, they preach the message of unity. Enter inside the Punch. You go see all of that Tori and plenty others there. Now the Guardian, inside the Guardian, IPAC, OB, they just they para. They give police for how they take the press down, take tear gas, people where they do we no go agree for National Assembly. For issue of the Holy Month, Tinubu, OB, they ginger spiritual reflection and their commitment to treating each other as human beings. House of Representatives, they blame poor funding for in the cause issue for security intelligence. Now the pureness and trueness of 2027 election don't shift. Enter INEC hand as Tinubu don't sign the amended Electoral Act. On FCT elections, INEC don't promise to do electronic transmission of the result. Different kind color of belle, na in day, plus even we no go agree on top of Delta APC World Congresses. Generation companies, now join body we get to do with light, reject the claim by NLC, saying they extort people, and said the sector said they battle 6 trillion naira unpaid bills. Tinubu don't order NNPC to begin they pay whatever money that they make for oil to Federal Account Allocation Committee as rig count continue to be stagnant. Telecommunication companies, that na telcos, reject the objection to electronic result transmission, and they insist, say, network go fit to cover the whole country. Enter the Guardian newspaper, all of that Tori and plenty more, they wait for you. The Nation newspaper can say failure to protect investors na in dey stop FDI. Na Townley Johnson na in and that one. APC go do their world congresses all over the country. DSS don gbab El-Rufai after release by EFCC. JAM register more than 1.5 million people for 2026 UTME. For the Igbiaga wey happen, we get to do with mining, Alake don order made them close down the mining site and don send investigators to go find out wetin actually really happen. Executive order don give carry go for direct payment of oil and gas revenue. Electoral Act 2026 don collect signature to begin to work. You will see the small Tori where follow that big ants inside the front of the Nation. And before UN Oga, others now go lead 52 billion Nigerian mining finance group. Enter inside the Nation newspaper, you go see all of that Tori and many more. Now the Daily Trust. Inside the Daily Trust, 16 months after federal government free C-section launch, states still dey lag behind. Apologies. Come and see how 38 miners take die for inside Plateau State. Another Nigerian where they fight for Russia, now they don't capture inside Ukraine. They don't sign electoral law, but questions on transparency still dey out there. DSS don't detain El-Rufai as EFCC don't give the before governor bail. One woman banker don't get 10 years in prison for guilty of fraud. 8 soldiers, 9 then killed for inside terrorist raid. Skin bleaching, they expose 168 million Nigerians to cancer and liver failure. That's a report we go need to see for inside the Daily Trust newspaper. And the Daily Independent come up next, and that one say 37 miners don't die. 25 they inside hospital over gas poisoning inside Plateau. Tinubu don't order say any money they make from oil, maybe they pay and straight to Federation accounts, and say Lent Ramadan season don't show belief in one God. Tinubu the ginger Nigerians to believe in electoral process. He don't already put plenty to read there on the signing of the electoral law, so you go need to enter the Daily Independent, make you see the full yarn is them. But PDP don't already the young color of their belly for that one. They say this signing of the Electoral Act saying treacherous betrayal of Nigerians them. Lagos attacks 66% TB detection gap with new community lab push. Nigeria need action, not be just policies. Now can Presido yanda one. Africa must industrialize, decarbonize, and build resilient economies. Now Kadoso na yan that one. Ondo APC Congress turn bloody. 4 people na their key, many na wunjo. Enter, see the small Tori we follow that big gist there. Ogun State government, they won against roadside trading after one terrible auto accident. All of that and more inside the Daily Independent newspaper. The Nigerian Tribune start up to say 33 miners don't die inside tunnel for inside Plateau State. Federal government don't close the site and send forensic investigators to go touchlight what really happened. 2 people now they key away for inside Odo APC World Congress. Tinubu don't sign Electoral Act 2026, and then you go also see plenty small gist that will follow that big yarn for inside the front of the Nigerian Tribune. On our church attack, witnesses, they tell court how cell phone analysts take implicate the people where they accuse say they do the attack. Tinubu also don't sign executive order for direct payment of oil and gas revenue into federation accounts. For inside the health report there, it say artificial sweetener, they put people for high risk of heart attack and stroke. See, before CBN deputy say, I have my eyes on Ogun 2027. Enter for inside the Nigerian Tribune, all of that yarns, they there for you to see. Now the Punch Sports Extra, Del Piero say Osimhen, they put fear inside the mind of his opponents. Boniface, they say no go play at all for this season. Celtic go discuss Iheanacho future. Alagba calls out Usyk, Fury, even wilder. Remo, they in talks with Lingard. Arsenal, Chelsea suffer Alvarez blow. Still United, no go reduce. Barcelona, Rashford asking price. Olise support Arsenal to win Champions League. Okoye fit displace clubless Eagles as clubless Nwabali as Eagles #1. PSG, they sweat over Dembele. Badminton Confederation Africa salutes Bolaji's rise. Sevilla coach, the door Samaram 7-game ban. Mourinho, they carry accusation now, say they justify racism. As Adesanya don't come out now, talk say the fight when he gets for the month of March, now it will be the biggest of his life. Enter inside the Punch Sports Extra newspaper. You go see all of that Tori and many, many more. And that's now where we'll go wrap up on top the front pages of newspapers for today. But try and make you do yourself a very good one by to get at least 1 or 2 of these papers then. Make you for open them, get the full gist, stay informed, make your own for no loss. Join us tomorrow for another wonderful edition of the front pages of newspapers. But for now, no go anywhere because big stories them inside Naija and inside the news. They come up next inside the program. Welcome back. Thank you, say Tanda Gidigban with us, and thank you, say you do with us live for Facebook, live for YouTube at Christ Said Radio TV. Take the field this program. Remember, say you feel join us in the comment section by to yarn the color of your belly for wetin we discuss. We also the other social media platforms, them like TikTok, like Instagram, like X, all at Christ Said Radio TV. You can meet us through for our website, www.christsaidradioandtv.com. We also get a WhatsApp portal where you fit to drop your contributions. That now for 0906 891 8345. Again, our WhatsApp number now 0906 891 8345. Now, coming back inside the studio, I get Mauga at the top, Kola Wale Omoni with us today. Kola, good morning.
Good morning, Princess.
Thank you for joining us this wonderful Thursday
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so, running discussion, Electoral Act 2026. In short, like a surprise, because some people say talk and say it still looks shocking. Say it never even count 24 hours after the two committee of the National Assembly, both the Senate and the House of Reps, give carry go for him. And Kia, Presido Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't put hand, he don't sign them to law without any changes, without taking it back. Now, reactions don't they? First of all, you surprised, say Presido signed the law?
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised if you check the antecedent of the National Assembly, if you check the way they manage the affairs of their leadership and activities of the legislative arm of government, I mean the 10th National Assembly right now, I'm no day surprised. For the House of Reps to make a move in the first place to say, okay, we want this thing mandatory, it be like say they never get order at that particular time, and then be first make the move. Maybe they saw the intention of the presidency and the executive arm of government they know the implication of making it like that because it go hard to do election wuru. So maybe who knows what really transpired. But from what we see so far, where we know say whatever Oga Presido want, these people know the objective. I know they surprise. I know they surprise because of the antecedent of both executive and legislative arm of government. For instance, when Oga Presido be want made them change the national anthem that time, how many minutes it take them? Almost this kind of a process. And they got it despite the agitations of Nigerians. Say, okay, we don't want this thing. So most of the move no dey democratic. And I know they surprised because the way we be the see gbas here and there, we been they happen among lawmakers and presidency. At that point, they go talk saying a separation of power. They don't need to choke mouth until when the matter come to their table. And for it to come to the table right now, and Oga Presido sign them immediately, you know, say it get as it be, because I know very well that if Oga Presido get reservation on top of every single page or section of that particular bill, he needed to consult the Ministry of Justice and the Attorney General of Federation to even take a look, a second look at, okay, can you help me check this thing, whether I even get reservation or not? Help me check one after the other. Do I need to proceed or not? But it appears like, say, okay, maybe they were able together to draft it together before they eventually say, okay, you guys go and do the normal and bring it back to me for signing. So for Oga Presido not to hesitate to say, okay, let me take a second look. You can't tell me that the pages of an Electoral Act,
now one or two.
Now just one or two. And you can't take a critical look at every single page of it before you say you sign army to law. It means say maybe una they even look at together before now. To me, that is the way I can say, okay, maybe now so it take happen. The person we're supposed to again say, okay, the legal implication of this thing where I want sign to law. Office of the Attorney General of the Federation, now get that assignment. I know they sure, except maybe they don't already do the review together before now, and they don't already come out and do or whatever the stuff where they want to do there. When in this situation, say now officially now yesterday now Oga Presido touchlight everything, see everything. It did too speedy, like the speed of light. And it's another way of saying, okay, now the wish of the presidency, now the National Assembly been do.
Even
because they don't do the wish of Nigerians. And it's not about denial. It's about waiting will be the experience in the last 2 weeks. Nigerians have been agitated, say, we don't want this thing like this. They don't agree. So, what are we talking about?
Okay, now, checking what Oga Presido talk, which is actually what some people have even been saying too. Say, may we really check out, do we have the technical? With the technology strong enough to cover this thing? He also still mentioned, say, if you even still check out, even the electronic where people they talk, now still human, now still manual, they go still use one. Now human being they go vote. Now human being go counter. Now human being go calculator. So saying may they do everything electronic, may they no, it go even day like counter. Say no matter what, human being is still the one that is in charge of the matter. And then also the e-transmission, we are not capable to do it now. If you go back to check what even Akpabio talk, he said truly, he said then take people into consideration. Say yes, the electronics still there, but he get where if or how, but that manual now actually go really help. If you check all the explanation, check even where he say all this one where they do protest, say now like a few of the plenty, say they actually do wetin the people really want by wetin they sign. So
I appreciate the fact say you do your work. At least we need to hear from both sides and wetin them they talk about. But I no appreciate the way you can't put strong face for her and like say true. Now so it's supposed to be.
No, because again,
for instance,
before we continue, also sometimes as a child, you feel think say, oh, you know the right thing. But your papa, where, as you know now, when you are sitting down, Even if you climb tree, what old man see sitting down, you will not see it. Now, them now will be the elders. What if they don't really see and say, not be say this thing no good though, but we never reach there.
The people way old past them, they say this is what we want. People way senior Akpabio,
yes,
say this is what we want.
But they did not say it during all those times. Not be today they don't agitate. What I'm saying that when they don't there now.
From the story where you've been read when you do newspaper review.
Okay.
Telecom organizations, then get body nationwide. Now them be who is who when it has to do with telecom. Now them know their capacity. They came out to say they are rejecting this move where National Assembly be make. Say because the capacity they there. That's number one. Immediate past INEC chairman talk say no cause for alarm. Capacity they there. That's number two. Former INEC commissioner Mike Iginin came out to say they did a review. They surveyed nationwide and discovered, say, out of 176,000 plus polling units nationwide, about 3,000 of them. Now, the one where internet no strong. You know to say no presence, so now you know strong there. They say, and most of this location, 2G, 3G network go work there. And we need to just upload 700 kilobyte material, document, 700 kilobyte. You understand? So if you check this narrative, you go know say, no be the way you dey see am, na so it dey happen. So with all this, they can have their way of arguing based on the way they manage things in Nigeria. But in reality, everybody been dey talk. Say this is not something that is not doable. But you are now insisting, say, okay, you want to have an option of manual, where you go dodge the same way they had incident forms in 2015 and everywhere turned to incident forms. So that is what we are talking about. Majority say, okay, this is what we need. INEC collected over 300 billion to manage these activities, the materials, the election materials. Over 300 billion they spent on it. And you are still telling us that the capacity is not there. Telecom, where they render the service, say, we have the capacity to do this. People are now suggesting, if you feel like, okay, you can't rely solely on these guys, can you engage Starlink in some of these locations where you feel threat is okay, issues fit there? You say no. You want to opt for manual. This is the problem for the country. And for God Presido to speedily sign this into law, it means say, skeleton inside in comot.
So what next now?
It's so unfortunate. It has been passed into law despite all the agitations here and there. What next? Nigerians should not relent. Many people will feel like, okay, I know they even do again. No, we shouldn't do that. Like I've been they tell somebody this morning, say, if all of us agree, say we want to fight this fight, it shouldn't be the fight of a few number of people. For instance, they do this agitation in the last 2 weeks. We no go agree. We want this thing passed. It is happening only where they want me to pass that into law. And only a few number of people compared to massive number of Nigerians. Just imagine, say, the same way the agitation they go here, now so every government houses nationwide across the state block. Say truly, our guys are in Abuja, but if they cannot get what they want in Abuja, we no go allow peace to also reign in our respective states. We don't get that kind of support. So we need this kind of support to make sure, say, we get credible election in Nigeria. It's so unfortunate, but we can't relent. We can't leave this country to the hands of people, a few number of people, who go just dictate whatever they wish, and they want to impose it on Nigerians. When we are practicing democratic system of government, not military. So the idea of saying, okay, you even subject this thing to public hearing, you took it trans-state, these people say this is what we want. So what is the essence of spending taxpayers' money to undergo this rigorous process when you already know wetin you want put there? Can't you just say, okay, You have done all the, you know this is how you want it, and you let it happen like that. Go and check billions of naira they might have spent in organizing and the public gathering, in getting people's opinion that will not eventually count. That is why I'm saying Nigerians should support whatever move they feel like it is a positive move for the development of this country. Not only on social media, not only when you call people live on TV, on radio station, you feel like you are agitating. No, because these guys are not willing to listen. Practicalize this move. And don't let us get people that will go and collect 5,000, 2,000 naira and say, no, we want to counter the move that you people are making. Because whether we like it or not, there are some people, they feel like they are being crucified right now. Tomorrow, they want to go come. Now, turn by turn.
But Kola, coming back now to the talk, when we keep saying the power is in the hand of Nigerians, truly, like you just talked, now only very few, we feel count the handful wey come for streets to use the protest option. Most people were protesting, maybe more of on social media. If you enter different platforms, you go to see the power there. But if truly we keep saying, the power is in the hand of the people, and most times for the past 2 weeks, wetin most people they talk, like to show say they actually wanted it, he still carry even the Senate to do emergency meeting to cut short their holiday to come rediscuss this matter, and then still no change am. House of Reps wey even been take say see wetin dem want, go back and now change their own to even meet wetin the Senate want. Does this still mean that the power is in the hand of the people? Does it now not mean say we could no get power? Say these very few where they rule us, now they actually be people, then we get the power that there is nothing we can do.
The power is in the hand of the people if they are willing to use it. Collectively, that word is highly efficient.
Okay, so you want to say that what we no get with that? We no
yes,
get that
we
one
no get
voice,
that collectiveness.
Why?
We no get them. Who go do the mobilization? Because these people don't already see our weakness and they are using it against us. 2 or 3 high points where they use against Nigerians: poverty, religion, ethnicity. They are playing this thing very well and it is working for them. For instance, if I rise now to say I want to condemn what Peter Obi they do, they will go trace where I'm coming from.
It's not because you be from.
If one Musa rise from the north to say, we don't like this move where they make, they say, can you imagine? Now only then they want them to be in power forever. If another person come up, it's either they say, can you imagine? Now because he no be Christian, now Muslim in be. Or now because he no be Muslim, now Christian in be. These are the 3 things that these guys are using against us. If they can't get us through that means, they will now unleash poverty, which they are capable of doing. To get the vulnerable guys to say, okay, collect this and go and do this thing for me. I've been a gist with you yesterday. Off camera, say, okay, he get this protest will happen this week. I saw some of the boys will carry placard. Very young. Some of them don't even read the letter. They no go fit read the placard where they carry. And they ask them to carry placard to be protesting. If you ask them, it will happen. We saw one viral video, I think 2 years ago, where the guy, they say, may come protest. Pro-government protest.
Yes, end governance, end hunger.
End hunger to come counter the protest. They say the Gary, the number price of Gary
don't go. Price of Gary don't go
up. He no really even know wetin they say may come do. Now they are, oh boy, you decrease. Now wetin we send you with this?
True.
So these 3 things, now they used to wonder us. We get the power. For instance, just imagine now, say, by now, the constituent of those 55 senators will vote against this thing. The fresh one, day before yesterday, made people over there say, we are recalling these guys to teach others lesson. You know what it means? To say we want to recall them. Even if they no go succeed, when they know say they spend money, they run neta scatter. That recall move again is a message to them, say, if you recontest, we are not voting for you. You see the power? But that uniformity no dey there. The unison is okay. We are together in fighting this in no day, because they are still using these 3 factors to divide us: poverty, religion, ethnicity. So the power is there. Just imagine as okay, they say every single person that supports this thing, they are not returning to that National Assembly. We have the power. But how can we use this power collectively? That is the problem we are facing in this country.
Unity, one voice, using the power collectively, and be the problem we would face for this country. Anyway, they don't sign the Electoral Act 2026. Our own now, no dey discouraged. Still come out, make you come vote when the time reach. Because your vote actually counts. Come, do your own part. Do your own part. Do your own part. Already, Akpabio don't give assurance, say the vote go count. Even Oga Presido Bola Ahmed Tinubu don't give assurance, say the election go dey free and fair, go dey credible. Do your own part, make your own for no loss. Before we close mouth on this, you get one other amendment where Oga Akpabio mentioned, say then do. So you see this one will be say maybe they do election and then the candidates will win. Either he dies or they disqualify him, and then runner up go just like wetin happen for I think Imo and then even for Kogi, you know, say they won't stop that one. Say the law now says if anything like that happen, there will have to be another election in that place. Is that a good, better move?
It depends. It may be a good, better move. It may be democratic. And one of the reasons is that even though there are some other moves where they make against it, I trust you. I believe in your doing, in the way you do things. Now, the reason why I go vote, you know, say voting pattern, they're different. Some people, they vote because of party. Some people, they vote because of individual. And if you want to really check it, individual vote supposed to carry more weight than even voting for party.
Okay, sorry, Kola, my mistake. Not if say if the court disqualify, sorry, not death, or say if the court disqualify a candidate, you understand? Then instead of the runner-up taking over,
just
they
like
will just
the way,
announce
Amechi being enjoyed.
Yes, I think Amechi. Yes, say instead they will just announce a new election.
It's not a bad idea. It's still in line with what have been discussed.
Okay.
Because if the person don't already win the election, or it's on the verge of winning the election, or whatever the case, the people will go cast their vote. Maybe now the person they believe why they go cast the vote. So if you now say a runner up from nowhere to come enjoy that privilege in the name of saying a party, now they present candidate. They may not like the candidate. They may not like, for instance, now see the way court even imposed this guy. No. In Kogi State. Yaya Bello. The way court imposed Yaya Bello on Kogi people. And I'm sure many of them regretted it. Because in his own case, he's supposed to even be Faleke. Now supposed to be runner up after Prince Audu bin die.
No, it was his running mate.
Running mate. Yes, running mate.
Yaya was say, like second position in party.
In party primary, you understand? Which has never happened before. But probably because they've not been able to sworn them in. Now the reason why it happened in that manner. But the point I'm trying to make now is that many people may not go to poll because of Yaya Bello. Right?
Yes.
They went there because of Prince Audu. Sure. And Yaya Bello just got the mandate free of charge. Same thing with Amechi in Rivers State. Many people may not go to poll because of Amechi. I think he was away from Nigeria. I forgot the country now. When they called him that he has won. And he came back to come and rule. He did not spend 1 naira for election. He only spent maybe the normal this thing for primaries. So, to me, it may not be the interest of the people. And whether they now like it or not, that condition has given the candidate the opportunity to rule them for 4 years. So I think it's a democratic move.
Okay, and then also saying, say, even governorship election, now you must get 25% of 2/3 of the local government, just like how do they do for presidential?
Yeah, it's also good so that we won't have a candidate that probably is popular in some certain local government and they say the person don't already win election. So it means they will value grassroots politics. It means they will really need to let their work reach grassroots before they can be able to win election. And it again means that most of the things where they always impose on a local government chairman, if they allow local government chairman to get their autonomy, governors too will pay more attention to local government before they can be able to win election. So it's not a bad idea. When you have a democratic system, how I wish they can also push again to say, okay, we want a certain percentage of potential voters that must cast their vote before we can declare winner. Because Politicians don't care. If na 10 people now come, na 10% or 20% of that 10, now they go calculate. So okay, 10 people don't come. I need just 2.5 of them, or maybe 3 of them, to win in that particular local government. There's no condition that is saying if 100 million people get their voters card in Nigeria, maybe we need like 60 million of them to cast their vote, because we can be sure, so okay, this thing, it makes sense. But a situation whereby most of the activities, like the one we just witnessed yesterday now, is discouraging people from exercising their franchise. It is unfortunate, because whether people like it or not, they don't care. They will just mobilize a few number of people. They are good to go.
All right. You don't already hear wetin caller dey yarn. Before we enter into other matters, then we still do on election yarns. Make we come to FCT. On Saturday, will be next tomorrow, February 21st. The local council elections, they go on. INEC don't give assurance, say they go send BVAS. They don't give assurance, say they go do electronic transmission of results. Police don't come out now and say there will be restriction of movement from 6 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock in the evening. I beg only those people they do essential compulsory work. Now must work all around. So, what do you get to talk about the elections coming up?
Yeah, we expect people to also come out to at least exercise their franchise, so that they will be able to hold their leaders accountable. Say true. Now we vote them in. We're expecting 1.6 million people. We get a card now, potential prospective voters, to come out. We don't want to see a situation whereby maybe 300,000, 500,000, at least out of 1.6 million, if we get 1.2, is something that is reasonable to come out, to come and cast their vote for people who go lead them. We get 6 area councils. We get 62 councillors that are contesting. And we get about 2,800 polling units where this election go hold. So we are hoping that they will do the needful to make sure, say, at least now person where they want. Because if you check around, those guys, they'll be mobilizing people within their locality to make sure, say, okay, they set their candidate to people. And again, Buhari local government, PDP candidates there, they don't already surrender, say no do again. Say make all the people support APC candidate in Buhari. So just imagine, it be like say Wike factor don't touch that particular location. And that is after a Supreme Court declared that same candidate when they support now, say now be the rightful candidate. You get one particular candidate before.
Yes.
Supreme Court don't bab and comot, carry and give the other person. And the PDP candidate again say, I don't do again. No. You can just imagine the democratic way they talk about now. Some people will believe in the ideology of the party, or maybe not because of party now, they won't vote now. He don't promise them saying they contest. At that minute, now I say no do again. Say make them go support APC candidate. We might not expect any magic at that particular location. And Honorable Minister too don't talk, say, only people where they support Oga Presido, now in too go support for this particular election.
But can he say that?
So it's so unfortunate. That is the situation where we find ourselves right now. And to them, now politics, in okay. So they don't already map out how the stuff go be, but this is a local government election. This is a grassroots election. Any candidate will feel like saying they popular where they're not going to intimidate that day, where people feel like saying we like them. We're expecting that it will not be the usual, there's somebody, one party don't sweep. This one don't sweep everything. At least when you are conducting local government election, and again, we want to call out INEC. They've always been saying, make them scrap state SIEC. May they allow them to conduct the election. At least this is another time for them to test the situation. The moment you are seeing sweep, you know what it means. So if you are not hearing sweep, where we say at least out of 6, maybe 3 political parties win the election, we will say, okay, it can be a justifiable move for INEC to say, okay, true, we have the capacity to conduct local government election nationwide. But if na situation of sweep, the way they always see and too, it get as a be. But you know, voting pattern in FCT, they always even they different. In most occasions, presidential candidate or incumbent president, no, they two win for FCT. And it's a reflection of how then they treat their Abuja original inhabitants. Say we not like the way they treat us. And I hope say they will pay attention to this and do the needful. The reason why people in Abuja go really appreciate what they do, because it gets so many challenges where these people be they face just because of the condition, say they sacrifice their father's land for Federal Capital Territory.
Anyway, our time no be with friend or else we for talk more on top this matter, but we'll still get tomorrow by the grace of God. But just know, say elections will happen on Saturday, February 21 inside FCT Abuja, and local council elections for AMAC, Abuja Municipal Council. It will happen for Buhari, for Gwagwalada, for Kuje, Kwali, and Abaji. Those are the 6 councils them where Abuja gets. Then go choose chairman, choose councillors, them political actors. Don't even they talk. Say this thing just be like Riaza for how 2027 elections will be. All Progressives Congress, People's Democratic Party, Labour Party, Social Democratic Party, all of them follow bring out candidates for inside this election. We go there to continue bring you the updates. But remember, there will be restriction of movement. 6 o'clock in the morning, go reach 6 o'clock for evening. And the police for inside Abuja don't beg, say make everybody obey these rules, make your own for no loss. More update will come up sharp before Saturday.
And part of the responsibility of the people who won't cast their vote on Saturday now be say, by now they need to go at least experiment, check their polling unit where they want vote.
Okay.
Again, make them visit if they get the capacity to visit, maybe through their phone, INEC portal. There's a place they can check the authenticity of their voters card there to know say they entered. Because INEC don't talk, say if you no get voters card, you no go vote. And then go use BVAS and then go do e-transmission of results. Since Oga Presido don't already sign up into law, it don't turn to law now. Only places again where then talk, because the only slight difference of this current law and act now, we say before now in 2023, now transfer of result that we they talk about. And this time around, then talk say, okay, then go do them at that particular place. Because that time, 2-3 days, it still they drop. It still they drop.
Yes.
But now, we're supposed to see it immediately, dropping immediately. Only places where they talk say network no day. How many places network no day for Abuja? You understand? So that's just it. We're expecting people to go and check what they do, how they want to vote, to know whether they even be eligible to vote or not. So that day no go be chaotic. And the election is starting by 8:30 a.m. and it go end after accreditation. They go do the voting. And like politicians, they always talk, may they defend their vote. Unfortunately, person we won't even do the ruling. Go day under AC. We go they defend our vote outside there. It go day better one day.
Go better one day. Anyway, you don't hear more of the information where you need to put in place for the elections. But tomorrow on the show, by God's grace, we go also, refresh most of these updates them to make sure, say, we still do our part for you. Now, coming to some corruption cases, former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, still they in the news. We've been getting say on Monday, truly, he carry himself go the office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. On top that, over 400 million, a billion naira way they accuse them, say, people with them work, say they do some chop when he be governor of Kaduna State. Now, EFCC hold on there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then finally let him go on Wednesday, and they say immediately they let him go. ICPC no even allow make small better breeze blow, hot sun blow him, bam, then carry him. Some newspapers now they talk saying that DSS detain him, but according by the Punch newspaper, they say they the end of ICPC and say EFCC confirm to them, say truly ICPC carry them.
ICPC too don't confirm.
Okay, because they say they try talk to ICPC, they no connect with them.
Too.
And they try talk to in lawyer, the lawyer no confirm or deny, say too late, in go get back to them. But they say they don't really know what they do for the end of ICPC. Though some church they say, be like saying are still on the same accusation. Does it not look like double work on one matter? EFCC, ICPC, probing on one case. Is it not duplication of work?
Now, one of the reasons why at a point they've been talking, say, okay, go better, make them scrap one, make them match them together. But people where they there to where they chop money there to go tell you the reason why they're different. But whatever the case is, there was an accusation. The state government already probe and El-Rufai.
Yes.
it has been pending. Maybe then they wait for this time for them to do their normal job, you understand? But the moment we trailer don't follow enter both Sani and that of El-Rufai, now they don't start the probe that time. Many of his political associate politicians, they don't already bab them at a point. They arrest them, they release them. So the details waiting EFCC won't used against El-Rufai, you don't already deal with them. So there's no need of say, okay, we are delaying him further or whatever. Prosecute him. Prosecute him. That one they there. Then if ICPC to get the reason why they need to do the job separately, at least when I don't already gather on our intelligence, I gather on our fact, everything they that, prosecute him. Again, the one where we they talk, say DSS too, they wait for him. That one a fresh offense.
For that, listening to calls.
Yes. Now fresh offense.
The Yatta situation.
Yes. And it dey even louder than the one where they talk right now. Do you know why it dey louder? El-Rufai can easily deny any allegation on top of corruption or mismanagement of fund or whatever against him.
Yeah.
But this one, now self-indictment. Now him by him home. Go to national TV to say, see wetin I do. The presenter still tell am say, you know, say this thing dey illegal. You say, I know now, but them too they do to us. The reason why we too do no be me tap am, but somebody wey tap am, na him give me the details. And it dey obvious. And by implication, that move, if they find am guilty, go need to go panty for 2 years or payment of fine. I think maybe 500,000 naira or maybe something in million, maybe 2 million or 1 million naira.
Yes, it's too cheap.
It's too cheap, but politicians no go want do that. You know what it means? When he returns, he's out of politics. He has been buried politically. He can't do anything again in Nigeria as a politician. And again, if now fine, he has been convicted. He can't do anything again. Or both, they can ask him to pay the money and still go to jail. Now he has option of saying, okay, I want to withdraw my statement. Say, true, I know do am. Now just mouth, now they make. Yes, under the provision of the cybercrime, he gets the option of say, okay, now Miss Yan, I go Miss Yan, no. I don't really mean that. Now the way the thing they pepper me. That one don't already, again, spoiling reputation. Meaning say, no be person will go talk. And they go believe, say, true, wetin talk makes sense. He no go want do that. But even if he do that, he never escape. If he do that, the state can still go ahead and prosecute him. But at that point now, the burden of evidence is now on the government. The burden of evidence is now on the government. They will now need to go and find out which of the conversation this guy get, how he take get them, and those details must be provided before court go come gree say true, they need to really jail this person. So now the options where they are available for El-Rufai in that regard be that. Number one, he go need to go withdraw that statement to say, I just dey talk anyhow. I no mean am. I no tap anybody for. Nobody give me anything.
Doing such a thing?
I know they sure anything can happen. You understand? They may even be pleading for, okay, settle after court or whatever the case. So, and if he do that, you know the kind of insult backlash will go follow him. And if he still do that, he never escape. People where they look for a head can still proceed to say, okay, no, we want to prosecute you. They will now be the one to tender evidence against him. But if you no retract him, if you no withdraw him, he don't already admit openly on the national TV. With that one, he go even speed up the ruling. It don't go take much time because there's no any hidden evidence they are looking for. You don't already talk him. They can use that one against him.
But please, one question. Quite a lot, but time no day. If now, maybe he take the statement back or something, and the NSA or the now have to bring evidence, and then now can't go bring evidence, say true, then talk this, or say truly, now the NSA order say may they go arrest El-Rufai. Is that not also an indictment on the NSA?
No, they will hide under national security.
Okay,
it's not an indictment.
Like,
I will tell you,
like El-Rufai now was a threat.
Yes. No, it's not like they won't see it like say it's a threat. they will tell you, they will now find a point to justify the reason why they wanted to arrest him. You understand? Like I've been telling you the other time, say, they can justify their move. Now, but El-Rufai no fit justify the reason why I go they tap into a person's phone. I can't even do that to you as an individual. Sure. Let alone national security advisor in charge of security architecture in the country. I can't do that to you. And again, I've been the talk, say, for him to have that kind of opportunity to do it to NSA, me say don't tap that of a president. Or get the capacity to tap him. So with that one, na issue. In their own case, they can come out to say, okay, yes, I ordered the arrest. I'm doing that because of the job where they give me. I'm doing that because I know, say, this one a threat to national security or whatever the case. So that one will be self-indictment or whatever.
Okay, but do you see El-Rufai escaping from this with no consequences, with nothing doing?
He had once escaped from this. At a point, he indicted Jonathan, former president, too. Say won't kill him. He's among the top 10 of people where they won't kill this and that. You understand? When he was pushing for APC that time, eventually he escaped it, probably because of the leadership style of Jonathan then. But now, I doubt. It still depends on the person where they're in charge, whether I go allow him to escape or not. Even the same El-Rufai, he have this kind of antecedent. Before he aligned with Buhari in 2024, he's one of the main critics of Buhari, where they always counter him, until when they now join together. Go and check record of El-Rufai again, against Atiku. Many occasions, he don't already lambast Atiku, lament him. Don't forget, now he call Atiku, the first person we call Atiku, serial loser, na El-Rufai. But today now, the party don't join them together. In fact, the Atiku is among a few number of people who wish him birthday, happy birthday.
We even go see himself direct after the experience
because of politics. But if you go check the record, now El-Rufai been first call Atiku serial loser, giving records of how many times we don't contest for president in the country. So it now depends. It don't get so many. In fact, if not for anything, if you go fit escape everything, I doubt if you go fit escape between now and 2027. Maybe when the assignment is done for the incumbent government, they don't already achieve their aim. They may choose to let him go or whatever the case. But now they will use all these things against him for the sake of 2027 general election.
All right, so more things them still there to yarn, but unfortunately, time not be our friend, time not be our hand. So, Kola, just help us give your final words on the show for today.
Yeah, our final words still go to Nigerians. I hope, say, our mumu go down one day. We see they do the mumu thing up and down. I've been telling you 3 factors where politicians they use against us. Number 1, poverty. Number 2, religion. Number 3, tribalism. So these 3 things, not until when we comot our eyes from it completely, say, now we see ourselves as one. Do you know how it go happen? The same feelings where we get whenever we are watching Super Eagles match. If we can get that feeling and sustain it for 365 days in Nigeria, sincerely speaking, these guys, they will either do the needful to satisfy Nigerians or they run out of wherever they are. So Nigerians should see themselves as one. They should see the entire landmass of the country as football pitch. They should see all of them as that 11 players. You know when that 90-minute game is happening, nobody is remembering where Osimhen is coming from. Nobody is remembering where Ahmed Musa is coming from. Nobody is remembering where is it this keeper is in Nwabali is coming from. At that point, they want delivery. If they want to insult, they will not say, okay, be this one. Can you imagine? See the way he play. Now, because Naibo, I've never heard that in my life. They will just blame all of them together. Not because of where they are coming from. Not because of their religion. And when they score, I remember 2 goals that Ahmed Musa scored against Chelsea and Argentina. It was tough that day. That day, people say, wow, is today they believe in this guy, including Okocha. Okocha said he has never believed in Ahmed Musa being a player. Say, now that day he know, say, this guy now super player. That is the kind of eyes where we're supposed to stay see ourselves before we can get things right in this country. But unfortunately, after that 90 minutes, we go back to the normal business. And that same business has been drawing us backwardness almost every time in this country. We need to wake up, make our mumu done. At least, if not for anything, for the sake of progress of this country, because everybody don't tire.
Nothing more to add to that. Kola Wole Omoni, thank you so much for a wonderful show today.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you so much, Naija. Say you tanda gidigam with us. You don't hear plenty things. I don't need to add anything because Kola don't talk and finish. Make our mumu done. Make it done. Make we shine our eye. Begin to see each other as human beings. Somebody go say it's not about feminism. It's not about where you are from. It's about humanity. If you look each other as human beings, if you look each other Nigeria first, then we will come begin to do the change we will actually expect. Anyway, join us again tomorrow on top of another wonderful edition of Inside Naija, and continue to like us, follow us, subscribe to our pages, share our post on all platforms there. If you want to check us out, we there at Christ Said Radio TV everywhere. Our website's na www.christsaidradioandtv.com. My name na Princess Anyana. Enjoy the rest of your day.